The current state of consoles is just mind-blowing, honestly. You have Xbox, who literally found the most creative way to die, then got resurrected under Asha Sharma, and 5 minutes under her leadership, now they are dead, but even harder. And while all of that is happening, PlayStation is doing everything it can to destroy itself even harder. And there is no better way to put this, because this is exactly what is happening. PlayStation decided to go all in on the microtransaction live service gravy train, and that was years ago at this point. And it completely failed, it collapsed. They lost so much money. So then PlayStation naturally decided we're gonna go do single player games. And yeah, that went even worse. That went even worse. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. If you don't know how bad the single player PlayStation situation is, it's bad. And I'm gonna show it to you. And now PlayStation has decided that PlayStation wants to revitalize the market with new live service slop. That's right. You heard it here first, boys. Concord wasn't enough. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, they want more. They have already been literally burning millions a day. If PlayStation was a smaller company, I would honestly be making a video titled PlayStation's not even making it until the end of the year. But you need to understand, PlayStation is a company that literally has billions to burn, which is no understatement because they probably have already lost 2 billions in gaming over the last 2 years, 1 year maybe, because it's been bad, okay? It's been horrendous, in fact. The PlayStation situation currently is abysmal, and now they want to go into live services yet again. And you know what? Financially, I'm not gonna lie, the funny part is, this makes sense. You know why this makes sense? Because everything else that they have has been a bust. Legendary drops. Great guy, friend of the channel. I taught him everything that he knows. I found this magical tweet of his, which actually made me want to make this video. And he fortune LARP posts. PlayStation, this is the implication, goes 1 for 12 with failing live service games. Yes, they only have literally one live service game that has been a success, and that is Helldivers. And everyone agrees that the worst part of Helldivers is PlayStation's interference. Their only success, which is completely not because of them, everyone hates their existence. It's like we're almost talking about Blizzard or Bethesda at this point, honestly. Mass layoffs and studio closures, it's almost like we're talking about Xbox. Lights billions on fire. He's not wrong. Again, literally, PlayStation probably has lost billions in their gaming in the last couple of years. Stops development on Destiny 2, goes all in on Marathon. And you know what's the best part? I'm not even going to talk about Marathon or Destiny. Everyone knows it's stupid, so there's no point in talking about that. And the funniest part about this is, Marathon and Destiny are not even the worst parts about this. The worst part about PlayStation is what they're gonna do in the near future. Because that shit is just rancid, okay? So, let's get into it. They have one success, which is Helldivers, which is slowly kind of doing a little bit worse over time. But honestly, Helldivers, it has existed for literally 2 years. And I'm not gonna lie, Helldivers has been really good. Very strong retention overall. Sure, it's lost its peak and whatnot, but the retention is really good, even now. Even though a lot of people are now quite negative about the game and not blaming a lot on Arrowhead and whatnot. Helldivers is definitely the only success that Sony has. And even this is kind of slowly dwindling when it comes to live services. You know what's the what's the closest next live service they have despite Marathon? This. Do you know what this is, Sunshine? This is called Horizon. Them Hunters Gathering. That's right. It is gonna be the most wokest thing in the history of humanity, okay? This is the video I did on this game like twice or thrice. It is abysmal, okay? Okay, how about this? Do you like this? These are just some of the very brave things that you can do. Now, honestly, I personally love Sony for giving us this picture because this is the most meme-worthy thing in a long while, and I do love it. It is hilarious. The self-awareness is zero, and I love it. Okay, this is Horizon Hunter's Gathering, Sony's newest, biggest upcoming live service game outside of Marathon, Lamau. And let me tell you, this thing is gonna be even worse than Marathon. This was the closed Hunter's Gathering beta test, just to give you a perspective of how truly diabolically bad things are. The graph is no longer properly visible. It was an open beta test for like 2 days or something, 3 days. And, well, it's kind of hard to see here, but I remember how this graph looked initially. And by the way, the only way you can find this beta test is if you specifically search closed test or for SteamDB. This is how you find it. You're not going to find it any other way. You're just going to find Horizon Hunter's Gathering if you're interested. So, this graph, it's a closed beta test, specific invites only. You needed to sign up. So the people signing up for this thing were literally the mega fans of the mega fans, the people most excited. And these people, on average, did not even last 12 hours playing this. Yes, this thing lost more than half of its player base literally in less than 12 hours. And then it picked back up a little bit here, and then it's bad. This thing is bad. Okay, Hunter's Gathering is an absolute disaster. And even more ways that you can tell that it's bad is this. When you look at developers Guerrilla, whatever what is it called, you can actually see that they have Horizon Hunter's Gathering here, which means it's on Steam, and it has below 7k followers. Okay, Horizon Zero Dawn was a good game. People liked it. Okay, Aloy was cute back in the day, okay? Not necessarily a supermodel, but cute and likable enough, okay? Wasn't maybe the best. Still a little bit wokishness here and there, but it wasn't bad. Aloy was likable, and we can see it literally in the follows. 2.7k. It was a success. Horizon Zero Dawn was good. People liked the game. The story was, pretty decent, and, overall a success, and people liked it. Then comes Horizon Forbidden West, okay? And they literally decided, you know what? We're gonna take Aloy's facial bone structure and just swap it out from female to man. That's gonna show the chuds. And needless to say, this was a disaster. Horizon Forbidden West, how many years ago did it come out? A lot, probably, assuming. I don't remember. Is it actually only been 2 years? Lamau. But needless to say, as you can tell, it sold less, it was worse, and people received it way more poorly. It is what it is. Just look at this. Like, what the hell am I looking at? But, needless to say, the Horizon series is kind of like Dishonored to a degree. People like it, but people like only the first one. The second one and the third installation can go to hell. And so is pretty much the Horizon franchise. And needless to say, because of the failures of Horizon Forbidden West, deciding to become purely political and whatnot in many ways, now Horizon Hunter's Gathering is going to be an even bigger disaster. I mean, look at this thing. You can see the trademark purple of a Vogue game. It is bad, boys. Then we have the upcoming single-player games of Heretic Prophet, Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. That's right, it's by Neil Cuckman. The guy who literally cannot help himself but mock religions. Except his, because that's special and whatnot. Obviously, the most special. I tip my very, very, very round whatever. Okay, you get the point. This thing everyone knows how much people are gonna hate this. This is gonna be a disaster. This hopefully gets Naughty Dog shut down or canceled or whatever. Then we have Until Dawn. The This is a big announcement, okay? There's also Marvel Wolverine, I don't have it. Fair Games is another, by the way, a live service thing that they are planning to do. It's some kind of extraction looter shooter where it's all about the skin color because every good game is about that nowadays from the left. Nice, I know. In any case, Fair Games, if you don't know, was so atrociously bad it even made the Horizon Hunter Gatherers closed beta test look good. Okay? This was so bad that people who were paid to play this game in 5 minutes did not want to play it any longer because it was just nothing. It was just so atrociously bad. The leaks and speculations and rumors about this thing is insane. And they, by the way, have already rebranded them from Fair Games to something else, I think. Then we had, by the way, that's my thumbnail. Soros, yes. They literally made a space game about an Indian man, and his name was Saros. 10 out of 10. Then we had Ghost of Yote, the Ghost of DEI. Absolutely lovely. You know, this was a massive failure, needless to say. Then we had Spider-Man 2. Yes, it was horrible, needless to say. And we had the granddaddy of granddaddies, Concord. The beginning of the Concordian timeline. The timeline we're currently at, by the way. And I have to say, it's a great timeline to be a YouTuber that makes fun of these things. 400 million plus. That's how much Sony in total had to pay for Firewalk Studios, the people who made this, and then somehow gaslit Sony into believing it's literally going to be GTA 6. No, seriously. Again, I bring this up every time we talk about Concord because the people the CEO of Firewalk Studios somehow legitimately gaslit the executives at Sony to think that this is gonna be the next GTA 6. Yes. Yes, this right here is GTA 6. And those are just the biggest ones. There are a lot more things that have been announced and that have been done, and it's not looking good. Sony is absolutely cooked, boys. It is what it is. If this was a studio like Bethesda or whatnot, I would have said that they are running out of money and soon they're going to be bought by Microsoft. Now, Sony has the ability to, you know, create bombs and rockets that turn people into smoothies and make a lot of money that way. So Sony's not going to shut down, but my god, Sony's future is diabolic. And by the way, I'm not even going to go into discussion about how expensive the Sony PlayStation stuff is currently. It's insane. Any case, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day. Bye. Like the video. Like it right now. Takes less than a second. Do it now. Thank you.